How y'all doing today? Welcome to Gregory Parchment's neighborhood. We're here to talk a little sports, I guess. Well, it's sports. You'll see. It's a good thing. We'll see. Hope you like it. Anyway, so yeah, the first topic is definitely about sports. We're gonna get into Draymond Green and some of the stuff he's been saying and doing and all the other stuff. First, let me say that I think the NBA playoffs has been real fun to watch this year. It's usually a fun event to watch. I watch it every year, so there's like really been no issues with me. But I think for some reason it seems like I think most people have been liking it a lot this year. I think maybe some new faces, maybe the noticing the physicality that's going on in it. There's just been some fun buzzer beaters and stuff like that. I don't know how many people are watching these games from start to finish. A lot of people watch at the end, and there's been some nice comebacks, some close games, and everything like that. So that's probably got people into it or whatever. But anyway, it's been fun so far. But one thing that kind of annoyed me was this whole Draymond Green situation. Okay, so Draymond Green is First, let me say this about Draymond before I even get into what I need to say. First of all, I think he's a great player. I think he's a Hall of Fame defender. I think he once made a comment that he thinks he's one of the best defenders of all time. You know what? I agree with him. I think considering how Golden State plays, considering all the big men that he's had to guard, it's hard to imagine another team could play this type of style where they're playing so small and be so successful without him being there. So basketball wise, basketball ability, I have nothing but respect for him. So let's just get that out the way. I got no issues with his game as far as I like tough defense. I like physicality. I like that he's a good passer. I like that he's a vocal leader. So I just want to get those things out the way before I say what I have to say because I don't want people to think that I don't acknowledge the great stuff he does for Golden State. I don't think they win, as I said, four championships without him. So I'm just going to say that right off the bat. With that said, he made some comments that didn't make no sense whatsoever. And I don't like the fact that he's in these type of situations where I'm going to explain. He shows little to no accountability. He tries to play the victim, and that just makes him so unlikable that all the stuff that I said previous things people just seem to like forget because he just acts like a clown sometimes. So I'm just gonna say it just like that. Um, so basically, what happened in Game Two? It was early in the Minnesota Golden State game. He gets the ball not at the top of the key, but at the not the corner, but at the on the side of the court. He wants to make a play. Nas Reed is guarding him. Um, Nas Reed is guarding him at the edge of the court, and he is reaching in. And for some reason, again, for no reason, Draymond just elbows him in the face. They call a foul on Nas, and Draymond just decides to just swing his elbow right in his face and knock him down. Okay? It was a completely unnecessary move. It looked like he knew exactly what he was doing, but okay. Anyway, so the refs review it. They call a reach in foul on Nas, and then they call a technical on Draymond. So Draymond is waiting for the review. I guess he thought they weren't going to give him a technical, but I mean, you just elbowed a guy for no reason. So why would they not give you a technical foul? But anyway, he disagrees with the call. Looks like he's okay with it at first, and then he just out of nowhere just gets all upset. Just starts like swinging his arm and saying it wasn't right, it was BS, blah blah blah. Then he goes to the ref and then starts shouting in his face, cursing him out, effing BS, effing BS, whatever. And his teammates are trying to like pull him away. Yo, calm down. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But no, he just keeps going and going, and then it gets to the point where it looks like he's gonna go right back at the ref again, and his teammates are literally pulling his shirt to like and tell him that he needs to be subbed out because they know he's about to go. He knows he's about to bug out, right? So he eventually, so they eventually lose, and at the end of the game, he uh, he goes on this little rant about how he's tired of being labeled an angry black man, and that he talks about his family, he talks about how he's educated, he talks about all this stuff that he does off the field about his kids and whatever, like great father, blah 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 blah. Not an angry black man, all this other stuff. And he didn't go on forever. He just said it for like 15 seconds, and then he like walks away from the media and tries to make it seem like he's being unfairly targeted, unfairly labeled. And it was just the most head scratching thing that I've seen because I just don't understand what the point of that was. Like, um, I, Draymond, the relationship between you and the fans has nothing to do with your family, has nothing to do with your wife and kids, has nothing to do with whatever charities you donate to, has nothing to do with how many people think you're a great guy or a great friend off the court. I judge you on the basketball court. I judge you on that stuff alone. You honestly don't want, you and all these other players don't want fans involved in your family life. So why are you bringing it up? If I try to get an invite to the cookout at your place, you would think I was weird because you're like, bro, I don't know you. Yes, you don't know me, Draymond. My job is to be a fan. Your job is to be a player. That is our relationship. I'm not trying to take it no further than that. I know you don't want the fans to take it any further than that. So please cut the nonsense about the stuff that just doesn't matter. I'm happy you got a wife. I wish you the best as far as your marriage is concerned. I hope your kids grow up to be God fearing adults and have great lives and kids of their own someday. I hope your charity does well. But that has nothing to do with your temper and your lack of emotional control and your violent tendencies on the court. It's a problem. It is a serious problem to other players who you hurt. It is a serious problem to the fans that want to see you on the court because of the great defense that you provide and the great intangibles that you provide. It is a problem to your teammates who want you on the court, who are trying to extend their legacy to whatever it may be, whether it's getting to from the fourth to a fifth championship, or whether it's getting to their first championship, or whether it's getting from one to two. Why are you bringing up all this stuff that doesn't matter? You think people are making this stuff up about you? Dude, who stomped on DeMontis Sabonis' chest? Who hit Steven Adams in the balls? Who tried to choke Rudy Gobert? Who took a shot at Jusuf Nurkic? This was all you. Who punched his teammate out in practice, which forced him to be traded off the team? A guy that was essential to you winning a championship against the Celtics in 2022. This is you. You have an anger problem. So, yes, you are angry. and you are just as black as I am, if not. Yes, I think we about have the same complexion. We're about the same complexion. Yes. So, because of your anger issues and because you are the same complexion, I don't even know why you're bringing race into it. But since you are bringing race into it, yes, an angry black man is an accurate description of you. I don't, what you do off the court, gentle giant to your family and kids, doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. So why are you bringing it up? It doesn't make any sense. And I want to also extend the point to why I think Klay Thompson was so upset to why he had to leave the Warriors, or because Draymond, with all the great stuff that he does, he put the Warriors in such a weird predicament because, again, really nobody in the league can do what he does because who can play center and guard all these big men and keep you competitive and give them problems at a 6 foot 6'7" height and allow them to play small ball, except for him. He's the only one that can do it. So, and they felt that that was more valuable. That was more valuable to the team than what Clay Thompson was doing, being a shooter, a great shooter who is getting a little past his prime. They're all getting a little past their prime, but Draymond still brings that versatility on defense, and Clay, even though he's a two-way player as well, he can't guard the guys that Draymond can guard. So they made that choice, and it felt some type of way about Clay because Clay must have felt some type of way about it because he did things the right way. He's not getting into trouble. He's not getting suspended. He's not causing teammates to basically not want to be there because I don't know if I'm gonna get punched in the face or not if I piss off Draymond. So that kind of sucks for Clay because Clay is probably a Hall of Famer too, and he's not getting the respect of retiring from his original organization at a good price because they need to keep Draymond there. So that kind of sucks for him, and I would feel some type of way about that too because it's like Draymond can just do whatever he wants. They excuse it, they coddle him, they baby him, and they make him seem like he's such a victim. And it's like, dude, you're publicly trying to make it seem like you're some sort of victim because of how you act on the court is flat out embarrassing. It's flat out embarrassing. It's insulting to the fans who actually watch this sport day to day and know how you are. You don't even have to watch the sport day to day because your antics are all over Sports Center every year when the playoffs starts. So even if you're just like a casual NBA fan, people are just like, what the hell is wrong with you? But if you do follow day to day, it's just like, dude, this is what are you trying to say here? It just doesn't make any kind of sense. You're just making no sense whatsoever. So I just want to just say that, look, I'm not going to be one of these people who tries to find your side or tries to say I understand what you're saying. I have no idea what you're talking about. And honestly, the issue that I have with this whole situation is that they're trying to make excuses for you saying that there was some racist fan who had to be kicked out the game that caused you to go off. If you watch that clip, and I watched it over again, there was no fan that was getting on his nerves. He didn't acknowledge any fan. It was all about he was pissed off about the call. He felt no remorse of what he did to Naz Reid. We're talking about Draymond Green and feeling so sorry for him. Poor Naz Reid gets elbowed in the face for no reason, and nobody gives a damn about him. So this is ridiculous, man. Like, what are we talking about here? I'm just tired of the nonsense, and um, just this is really just stupid. It's embarrassing for Draymond. It's embarrassing for any, excuse me, any media member that tries to defend his nonsense. Y'all are too close to these players. The fans see what's going on, and I'm sorry, like even I think people who are so-called pro-black, they know that Draymond is just he's just a jackass, man. I'm sorry, I don't know what else is there to say. All these people you tried to hurt, you have a history of this thing. You're hitting all these people in the balls. You're stomping on people's chests. You're hitting people for no reason. You're putting Rudy Gobert in a headlock. I mean, come on, man. What are you talking about here? What are you talking about here? Calm your behind down. Control yourself. If you have control of yourself off the court, great. But you got to find a way to channel that to the court because it's embarrassing and it's costing your team games. But you won 4 championships and they make excuses for you, and these refs try so hard to keep you in the game. I don't know why, but you are actually getting a privileged whistle because they try so hard to keep you in the game. Because I think if a random player would have ran up to that ref and just cursed him out the way you did, he would have been gone. But for you, oh, Draymond, we gotta give him a little longer leash. It's okay. He'll be. We don't want to make him look bad. I mean, give me a break, dude. You gotta take some accountability, and you gotta do better. It's just period in the story. You gotta temper. You need to channel it a little bit better than what you're doing because it's bad. And that's all I pretty much have to say about that. Respect his game, love his game, great player, champion. Can't take that away from him. But you got a problem, dude. And it's like I was listening to Stephen A. Smith, and he was saying when the Draymond Nurkic thing happened, he was saying how KD when KD makes a comment about I hope he gets the help he needs, and Stephen A. Smith was like, oh, don't say that, or they might get the wrong perception about him. No, he was right, dude. The man needs some help. You constantly trying to hurt people, whatever. They're lucky that he didn't go against somebody who wanted to basically knock his ass out because this would have been a lot worse in the 90s. If he would have tried half of these antics, dudes would have probably checked him a lot more sooner than most of these dudes are. Most people just don't want to fight. They're not trying to escalate nothing. But like he really has a problem. And I'm glad nothing's ever gotten to the point where it was really, really bad or whatever towards him or other people, but it really did get bad because he knocked out Jordan Poole for no reason because he take a couldn't take whatever he was saying about him. He knocked his ass out for what? That's your teammate. Okay, well it cost you a teammate, and you're trying to replace him with Buddy Hield, but I think Jordan Poole probably fit that team a little bit better than what Buddy Hield is doing. I mean, Buddy Hield's doing okay, but I mean Jordan Poole is younger and he was brought up into that system from the jump, and he showed that he was a clutch shooter. So yeah, that hurt the Warriors. So you can't say that this stuff is just like stuff that's not hurting the Warriors. It has hurt the Warriors. It hurt the Warriors in that Cleveland series when they were up 3-1. They could have 5 championships right now instead of 4. Um, and that's something that the Warriors organization has to come to terms with. I guess they're happy with it. They won a lot, so you can't really say too much. But I mean, I just can't take the victimization of what he's trying to do. Like, you're not a victim, sir. Nobody's labeling you wrong. You're black and you're angry. Can't do nothing about the black part. It's like I can't. I wouldn't want to. I love who I am. I love who God made me. I'm sure you love who God made you. But the anger part, that's you. That is you. You are the problem there. So, you know, I'm not going to say that you're to blame for this series because Steph is hurt. So you're probably not going to beat the T Wolves anyway. But if he was there and you had lost, um, well, you might have had to take some accountability. But nobody's expecting y'all to win without Steph, so it's fine. But anyway, sir, like I said, I agree with Kevin. You know, if 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 we want, I think most people just want the best for you, but you can't be hurting other people. You can't be doing all this other stuff to people like that. Play basketball. You can play basketball as tough as you want to play it, but leave the dirty stuff out of it. Nobody wants to see it. and we don't want to see a reaction if you do it to the wrong person. Peace, love, and hair grease, man. Anyway, that's all I gotta really say about it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for listening. All right.